Sweet, this week we're going to make a ring with a copper inlay and hopefully you're only using basic hand tools so anybody can make one. Enjoy. Sweet, this is a nice little piece of oak that we found. Doing a centre mark for it, and we have a 20mm 4s and a bit, so to do the internal hole for the ring. Yeah, that's about it really, just a cheap drill to put the hole in, nice and simple. So at this point we've drilled the hole with a 20mm 4s and a bit, and now I'm just getting a pencil and just drawing like a rough line round it to get a rough dimension of the size of the ring we'd like to have in the oak. So we're just let's say here we're just drawing a line, a rough line. Doesn't have to be bob on, it's just a rough guide for when we start cutting it, which you'll see shortly in a minute. And at that point I just use a junior hacksaw just to cut quite a lot of the wood around it, so it looks a little bit more nearer to a ring, so you haven't got a lot to sand away. Yeah. At this point it's, like I say, it's just a junior hacksaw which we're using just to get it near to the points as possible, so it's less sanding we can do. I mean, if you've got a bandsaw or a scroll saw or anything like that, obviously it'll be a lot easier, but we're just doing this one with basic hand tools, which, I mean, a junior hacksaw you can pick up anywhere for a couple of quid. Yeah, so next stage. So that's the excess wood taken off as much as we wanted to, and then we've just got a little bit of PVC piping. It just fits a little bit on the ring, so what we're going to do is just put a bit of tape around it and it'll hold the ring on the end, and this will be his mandrel, so it just holds his ring so we can get it sanded. So we're going to start sanding it now, get a piece of sandpaper in. I think we're starting off with 120 here, just to get the majority of the bulk off and get it more rounded, because it looks a bit like a like a bolt. sort of like square edged and stuff, so we just want to take those edges off and roll around a piece of sandpaper so it's like a bit of an half moon, so we can get the majority down. Sweet, and we're still at it. Still some more sanding to try and get it more rounder. But it's getting there. Just more sanding. So his ring blank's done now. So it's time to get his inlay in. So we're just using the junior hacksaw again, and I'm making a groove in the ring. Try not to go right through the wood, so just sort of like scoring it, which is very carefully, and just make sure that the blade does not slip, because it's straight into your fingers, which is, looking back now, I don't think it was that clever of me to do it like this. I should have had made like a vice to put it in. But all we're doing is just making like a little bit of a groove, rocking blade backwards and forwards, just making a bit of a groove, then sort of like opening it up if possible, so it makes sort of like a V groove, so then the copper wire will half stick into it, so when we come to sand it down, half of it will be stuck with the glue. So yeah, so we're getting there. So this, we're just going to get a piece of normal copper wire from, I can't even remember where I got it from, just an off-cut piece of wire, and just stripped it and got the copper out of it. This is just testing to make sure that it goes in the groove and it sits in the groove nice and snug for the glue, so it can stick, then it can be sanded. So we'll just keep on opening that groove up like a little bit, and keep on trying the wire into it to make sure it sits nice and flush on the ring. Bit of folded over sandpaper at this point, just to widen that groove up a little bit, make it more like a V groove, so the wire sits a bit more nicer in. So just a bit of sandpaper into it, folded over, works wonders. So now we're at the point where we're going to start putting the copper inlay. So we're just curling it round, getting it, into that sort of form of round. So it's a little bit easier to stick to the ring, and we'll curl it round and get a couple of dabs of glue onto it so we can get it secured to the ring. Yeah, so we just used a bit of super glue, just a thin super glue, which it sits pretty nice onto the wood, and it sticks really well. This is the last little bit of the inlay, which the copper inlay, so we'll just sand it down so it's a bit of a tighter fit. Put a bit of super glue on it because it'll try and spring back out, so we need to force it in and hold it down a little bit. But yeah, then once we've done that, we can put a bit of super glue right around the ring and start hardening up the wood. so it'll have a few coats. Using a hammer here just to flatten the copper more into the grooves. So we've got the copper inlaid, and then now we're going to put it back onto the makeshift mandrel which we made earlier, and going to start sanding that inlay down and the glue away. Hopefully it gives us a nice flat copper inlay, hopefully, just more sanding. So we've done the sanding, now I need to bring that copper up, so I'm going to use a bit of wire wool and just give it a right good sort of shine, so that copper inlay has a right nice little shine to it. So that's copper inlay inserted. It's his first ring, so it was done with an hacksaw, so it's not perfectly straight. I'll gladly admit to that. So now we've just got to sort of like sand the inside a little bit, not too shiny because you don't want it falling off your finger, but just a nice consistent sand inside, really. So at this point we're just putting a stain on it, just to bring that, bring the colour out, bring the nice texture of the oak, which it is a pretty lovely tight grain, nice pattern to it. So we don't need it to bling now. So at this stage it's had a couple of coats of lacquer to it, varnish, stain, and it's for a first attempt on basic tools, I think it's turned out a pretty nice ring. Thank you again for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please ring that little bell for notifications. We try and get a video up every week. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye.